trying to decide which breed would make a better canine companion, the Rottweiler and the American Pitbull Terrier, these two canines can be similar to one another in some respects, while being very different in others. Here is a guide to it. Number 6. Grooming. One of the easiest dogs to maintain in terms of grooming is the American Pitbull Terrier. Since his hair is just short, a weekly brushing will be sufficient to remove any dead hairs and keep him looking shiny and healthy. If he doesn't locate a muddy field to roll in, which is one of his favorite activities, he won't need a wash for 2 to 3 months. You might need to bath him in medicated treatments more frequently if he has skin allergies. Only marginally more demanding than the American Pitbull Terrier, the Rottweiler needs to be brushed once or twice a week to maintain his glossy, healthy appearance. This gentleman would benefit from a bath every 6 weeks, just like your typical dog. Number 5. Health. When it comes to their physical well-being, these males differ greatly. To start, the Rottweiler typically lives between 9 and 10 years, but the American Pitbull Terrier often lives between 12 and 16 years. If you are thinking about getting either of these breeds, you should be aware of the significant difference between them. The American Pitbull Terrier is typically a healthier dog than the Rottweiler. Cerebellar amyotrophy and hip dysplasia are the American Pitbull Terrier's two key concerns. Hip dysplasia and improper development of the hip joint can cause debilitating arthritis and pain in the back legs. When the area of the brain that regulates coordination and balance is injured, a condition called cerebellar atrophy, the affected person cannot move as they should. It occasionally may also affect cognitive function. He may also experience skin allergies, all of which can be treated with ointment and a diet rich in nutritious foods. In addition to the previously mentioned elbow and hip dysplasia, the Rottweiler is also known to have these conditions. As a result of the pup's thinner and more dilated heart walls at birth, the heart does not function as it should and can develop heart failure in Rottweiler. This condition is known as dilated cardiomyopathy. They are also known to have subvalvular aortic stenosis, which is a condition in which the area beneath the aortic wall can obstruct blood flow in addition to this cardiac issue. Number 4. Training. Since both the Rottweiler and the American Pitbull Terrier are extremely bright, they are trained similarly, and in the end both enjoy mental and physical stimulation. Compared to some dogs, training these men is rather simple because they both enjoy learning from their master and want to please him. Since of the Rottweiler's goading tendencies, and because it has been argued that neither of these breeds is very tolerant to other dogs, it is critical to socialize these dogs early on. To make sure kids feel at ease in a variety of settings, both within and outside of the house, socializing is crucial. They should feel at ease with people of all ages and animals of all sizes, and understand that in the majority of situations, neither people nor dogs pose a threat. The finest kind of training for any dog is positive reinforcement training, but it is crucial for guard dogs like the Rottweiler. Positive reinforcement should always be used throughout training, otherwise the dog may react negatively. Dog will respond negatively to you if you do the same to them, which explains why many nasty people have vicious dogs. Additionally, it would be fantastic to prove to the world that your nasty Rottweiler and American Pitbull Terrier is the park's best behaved canine. Because they like to pull, Pitbulls need to be properly trained, especially if you plan to teach them to walk on a harness. Number 3. Exercise. The American Pitbull Terrier and the Rottweiler are both thought to have medium levels of energy. They both therefore require roughly 60 minutes of exercise each day. The American Pitbull Terrier is considered to be more lively than the Rottweiler, thus he requires more rigorous exercise and enjoys playing fighting with his owners, as well as playing frisbee, ball, participating in dog agility classes, in addition to his daily activity of 60 minutes. Children should always be under adult supervision when playing with their family's dog, as with most puppies. Given the strength and might of these two breeds, this is especially true. Contrary to popular opinion and its terrible reputation, the so-called lockjaw of the American Pitbull Terrier is a hoax. The Rottweiler is recorded to have the strongest bite of all dog breeds, despite the fact that it has a powerful bite. The American Pitbull Terrier was the third most popular breed in the top 10. The Rottweiler's bite has an incredible 328 pounds of pressure per square inch, whereas the American Pitbull Terrier's bite measures at 235 pounds. These creatures may be rather destructive if they are left to their own ways and grow bored. Due to their strength, they have the potential to do a lot of damage in a short period of time. So if you cannot commit to using them every day, be ready to shell out a lot of money for repairs. Number 2. Nutrition. The American Pitbull Terrier will eat less than Rottweiler, who will only eat 2.5 cups of food each day. Both of these guys should eat food that is appropriate for their ages, and the Rottweiler shouldn't be allowed to overeat, as this can make him obese. Since the American Pitbull Terrier typically has a stronger metabolism, he shouldn't gain too much weight unless you are seriously overindulging in Scooby snacks. Number 1. Appearance. The sole similarity in appearance between the Rottweiler and the American Pitbull Terrier is that both dogs are regarded by some as having ugly puppies. In comparison to American Pitbull Terrier, the Rottweiler is substantially taller, measuring between 24 and 27 inches from paw to shoulder. The Rottweiler can weigh up to 135 pounds, but the American Pitbull Terrier can weigh up to 65 pounds. This makes the Rottweiler potentially nearly twice as big. In comparison to the Rottweiler, the American Pitbull Terrier appears to be more muscular since he is much thinner and better defined. The rest hue is typically present about the Rottweiler's eyebrows, muzzle, chest, and legs. The Rottweiler is solely identifiable in his black and tan color. The world's top kennel club organizations do not recognize male in the American Pitbull Terrier, which can come in a variety of colors. The American Pitbull Terrier is frequently ordered in blue, red, grey, white, and brindle. Although the length of their coat is similar, the Rottweiler's is somewhat longer and softer, while the American Pitbull Terrier is so short that it feels stiff to the touch. Their coats are both straight and lustrous. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.